All right, and
that's such an irrelevant question. I shouldn't ask that. But here we
Were you
go.
about
The
to
match
ask
is
how many holes are in golf?
No, I was about to ask how many Tetris players golf.
That's a good question. I'll ask at WPL. That'll be the new quick time survey or whatever. No, Westel and Promo off to this, near 5 pieces per second burst. Promo's the one that isn't really dealing with a lot of garbage at the moment. Oh no, and there's the 1-2-3 misdrop from Westel, and that is likely a 3 strikes you're out, and that is what it's going to be.
It's crazy.
Promo takes the first round over Westel. All right, Westel building on top of PCO, Promo on top of 6-3. Again, the 6-3 stacking is their bread and butter. Promo right now, surge advances. Let's go with it a little bit soon, but able to still make quick work of those clean garbage wells. But not in time for Westel to have no options left. Oh, no!
Ooh.
Unfortunate placement of that Z. I think there was a little bit of an attempt to have an overhang that I think was 1 column offset. And unfortunately, that prevented Promo's ability to skim down through that. Oh, this is a... Oh, no! And again, the L piece is going to skewer at the top of the board for Promo. That L piece really had nowhere to go before just essentially guaranteeing a top out on Promo's board. As Westel, okay, well, unfortunately has to slow down a little bit, was maintaining almost 6 pieces per second, but now Promo's the one in the driver's seat. Has a very clean stack, a lot of runway ahead of them, and Westel is behind on Surge. We do have the misdrop there from Promo, but beautiful job using the 2 T-spins to help fix things very quickly. But, oh wait, hold on. Westel able to build Surge really well. And now
look at this, 22 and count, 24, huge spike incoming, and that's going to pay off.
46 spike there from Westel, almost survivable, but just barely, not enough in the tank for Promo. And again, like when you have no garbage on the board to start from a spike like that, it is terrifying because, like, yes, you're going to receive clean garbage, but you need to have access to that clean immediately, or else that is going to be a fatal mistake. And, well, I think it was a little bit similar, but now it was on Westel's board, as Promo going to be taking another with a 5 pieces per second burst out of that opener. And Promo, once again, just building on top of 6-3. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go with what's the most comfortable. But right now, Westel has that surge advantage. They're just trying to continue to build it up.
Yeah, it's still counting. A huge 30 spike here. But Promo kind of shrugs it off like it's nothing.
Able to survive the Herculean spike. Westel looking to potentially get another very strong surge going. Promo does not have a lot of good options, and Westel sends that surge early to make sure that Promo receives some cheese down below. And you can see as well, like, again, Promo was able to deal with that cheesy garbage, but was not able to build up surge, and in the meantime, Westel's second surge going to send some more garbage to Promo, but this time it is going to be clean received over on Promo's Matrix. Search is going back and forth, desperately trying to find a win condition. Promo is the one taking things a little bit more faster than Westel. It's going to be enough. Promo ties it up 3 games apiece now.
Oh, you're going to see another deuce.
Why did you have to say that?
I'm going to be... I'm gonna be honest, with how close this is and with how they're playing, is that not a question that's in your mind?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't, you know, when you vocalize it as a commentator, you have to be very aware that
Ooh,
you know,
I'm manifesting the deuce right now. They're gonna go back and forth for the next 14 rounds. Or
I don't think we well, 14 each or 14. Oh, I guess it was probably the 7 and 14. So that kind of works. I was gonna say. I mean, we do have golden point, which will prevent any, you know, endless deuce sets to be had. We already had the 15 to 14 between, I think, who was it? CM Dingo and Tatos? Question mark. Let me double check bracket. No, that was Gyan 99 and CM Dingo. Sorry, my bad. But that was the first time we've seen. Oh my. Okay, sorry. I need to put a pause on things. I'm trying to provide some context for this match, and Promo has just immediately earned 3 games in the blink of an eye. Have we seen Promo outspeed Westel like this before? Alright, Westel's finally had enough. We're seeing just under about 5 pieces per second from both, minus a couple of hesitations. Ooh, that's not a good board right now for Westel. Is there a...
We're almost starting to run away with this lead.
I'm not sure we've really seen the likes of that. Again, like there are very few people that can counter Westel in terms of speed, and I mean there is like a good number of players far in the bracket that Westel can kind of like anticipate a little bit, but we haven't really seen people use speed to their advantage against Westel as effectively as Promo has. And I'm not really sure what's the main culprit in this case. Promo's just, like, very comfortable in a lot of these rounds. Oh, and there's another couple of misdrops skims there from Westel. And again, this is, I think, 6 or 7... Actually, wait, this is 7 straight from Promo, isn't it? Because they were down 1 game to Westel's 3. This is a huge shift we're seeing on Promo, and this is
Promo
really
did not like me.
Promo
did not like me trying to manifest a deuce. So
I guess not.
You know what? My work here has been accomplished. Oh, never mind.
All right. Well, it's honestly for Westel about time that they were able to get on the board a little bit and start to claw back some more games, because being down 4 games to Promo, like, again, knowing Westel, it's not going to take that long if they're able to lock in and really complete that download over Promo's game plan. But they've already sacrificed so much in the meantime that I don't know if this is going to be an easy thing for Westel to accomplish. Well, Promo has a little bit of the awkward stack over on the left-hand side. This might be an opportunity for Westel. Looking to build up some more surge. Not sure exactly what we'll be seeing from this Promo. Able to access essentially all that clean garbage. Westel going for the swag tower, has to compromise in the middle of it, but will have to place an eyepiece over the garbage well, halting their ability to send a truly devastating spike to Promo. Alright, once again, Westel able to spike Promo a tiny bit and build up surge simultaneously. Things are looking up in this case. There's the surge, there's the extra follow-up, and that spike, their 34 from Westel, is going to be enough to get another round. And that lead of Promos that seemed so strong already just a couple rounds back is now starting to dwindle.
It's crazy.
All right, both players trying the hardest to hold on to surge right now.
Ooh, Westel with a pretty hefty misdrop. That's lethal. That's lethal.
Oh, unfortunately, the eyepiece is just not going to have any skim options available. And what's worse is even if they did have skims a little bit more for the right side, the left side was also incomplete. And somehow we are seeing an offensive promo really putting Westel on the ropes and forcing them to sweat a little bit. And honestly, I think with the ways I've seen Promo play in previous events, I have not seen Promo go for speed, much less against Westel. And on top of that, it is working extremely well.
Westel. I'm trying to like parse everything right now. Like, oh, okay. Well, don't have to parse too long. Promo with that bad eye misdrop and resulting in Westel's closing this gap quite.
Promo's literally just trying to hold on to this lead as long as possible and try to just make it over the finish line with it. Because again, they have the 3-point lead. If they're able to get 2 more rounds before Westel claws back some momentum, this could be their set to gain and bump Westel out at 4th, which in terms of major events, I think would be one of the lowest places we've seen from Westel all season. And would definitely be a really strong note for Promo going into the top 64 from TWC. But right now, oh, there's a misdrop there on Promo's side, but I believe Westel taking a moment with the all-spin play, finds the all-clear, and it's just going to be the icing on the cake. This is a 2-game set now. Promo just has to hold this set at even, and the set could be theirs. Promo taking a little bit of time to kick things off here. Not the greatest well of the garbage spawning in column 9, but Promo able to hold on to Surge. Westel as well dealing with some column 2 garbage, but Promo desperately relying on these skim options, able to get through in the nick of time, able to clear through all of that garbage.
Oh my god, Westel sending up another huge spike to... What is going on, man?
This lead is slipping from Promo's grasp. They're going to need just anything they can find all of a sudden. Westel looking to try and match Promo's sequence from earlier in the rounds. They are now 3 games away. If they can 3-0, they can immediately put this set away, but avoid the deuce. Oh, Westel accepts that whole surge from Promo and retaliates. We are at a tie, 9 games apiece between Promo and Westel.
Westel making the big comeback here. And look at this. You saw there's like a what? I think that was a 6 PPS burst from Promo again.
Yes, it was.
Okay, we're just confirming.
A little bit, but it is again
slowed down a little bit here.
The speed is not gone right now. Promo's unfortunately running out of resources on their board, so they can't send anything over to Westel for a giant spike. But that's what they're looking for. And we are on match point. Promo over Westel, 10 games to 9. Westel needs to hold this in for a deuce. Promo could end this with 1 single round, but as Westel has a little bit of misdrops at the top of the board, this down stack is going to be their lifeline. They need to survive. Gets the spike, but it's not going to be topping out Promo. Promo looking to counter spike, but Westel has the out in time.
Oh, and here we are. There's the deuce. I called it.
10 to 10. It is a 1st to 2 with Golden Point looming overhead at 15 rounds. This cannot go beyond a 1st to 5, but enough games without your opponent getting anything in return could mean an early exit out of our deuce. It could take as little as 2 more rounds. Promo trying desperately to keep a clean stack, but having some difficulties. Westel as well, not in the greatest board state, but able to make it work and go all the way down.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Promo has
Promo
the
with a good-
Z-spin there.
Westel sending a surge here. Promo on the receiving end of a good amount of garbage. Westel could try and take the advantage, but there's not a lot to downstack with here. So
Promo's decent bit of quad
there we
multiplier.
go.
No,
There,
the
that's exactly what Westel needed. Taking it to match point.
And that perfectly, again, was literally one column over and Promo would have been safe. But unfortunately, the added garbage contributing to that misdrop. Well, we have a... Oh, no, spaghetti on Promo's board. This is a terrible spot. And that is going to be the end of things. Westel coming back from that deficit. Promo able to outspeed Westel for a majority of that set. But Westel comes up clutch. 12 games to Promo's 10. And definitely, I'd say, the strongest performance yet that we've seen from Promo all season. And if they're able to go toe-to-toe with Westel, who has kind of